Okay, so I decided to do a little catch up on what's going on. Now, um, I'm so the biggest thing I'm dealing with is the chemo stuff. And for those of you that don't know, leukemia does different things. I mean, everybody's leukemia is different too, the way they treat it. Um, Mine, I had 5 days of chemo, and on two of those days, I had two sets of chemo. So it was instead of chemo on a couple of weeks and then spread it out and have it directed at a hard tumor, it's chemo throughout your body. It's directed at your body. And radiation for 2 days. I had the whole body radiation in the 2 days prior to the transplant. So that chemo, and I don't know how everybody else's works. I'm only talking about mine. But people that don't understand or have never been part of chemo, I do know that all chemo takes away your taste buds. And, when people talk about getting upset stomachs, and it's true and it's real, it's, I know that my appetite is really lessened for one. For two, I can't taste anything, and everything really, very little, I like the way it tastes. My mouth goes through dry spells. I'm dehydrated because I can't drink, which is, I'm really trying to drink. Um, Water tastes like crap. I mean, I used to drink a ton of water. I love water, and it tastes horrible. And it's funny how water, which is nothing, tastes horrible. So I'm Pedialyte seems to be working right now. I can drink, sometimes I can drink a soda or something, but I'm really struggling with what to drink. I've tried, a little bit of vitamin water in my water. Uh, I've tried Gatorade. I've tried a Gatorade half Gatorade. When I do drink like ginger ale or something, I put it in a bunch of ice so that I'm getting some water when the ice melts at least. I do fine with that, but everything else is really hard. I mean, I don't do well with the Gatorade. I don't do well with the. So it's just a matter of buying things in small amounts and seeing what you can do. And what I'm learning is try it again next week because you may like it. So it's weird how your taste buds do that to you. And so I'm struggling with that. And while it doesn't seem like a huge struggle, it really is. I've lost 13 pounds. Now, for me, I mean, we're all different. For me, that's quite a bit of weight to lose. Um, I'm pretty thin as it is, and I don't want to be any thinner. I don't want to lose weight. I, I, I would rather at least stay at a some kind of 130 or something where I could be, you know, get. I just feel like I'm too thin. Period. I mean, doesn't matter if I am or not. When we feel that way, we feel that way. But um, yeah, so I worry about that a little bit. I eat actually better than I drink though, which is funny because you'd think drinking would be easier, and I think eating's easier. I can eat oatmeal, I can eat soup, I can eat things as long as they're pretty bland. I did actually have two tacos from Taco Bell. I just couldn't have lettuce on them or uh, any vegetables on them. If I buy something at a restaurant, I just can't have vegetables because you don't know if they've been washed and that kind of thing. So I did have that, and I ate them. So that was good. Um, I have eaten a couple shakes from Sonic, just a plain. It had Oreo cookies in it because it was the plainest one we could find. And I kind of skipped the cookies because they don't taste very good to me, but that's good. I have orange sherbet at the hospital, which is good. I actually might buy some sherbet. I tend to eat a lot of fruit, but my taste is changing a little bit on the fruit. Um, Once you kind of get sick on something, you tend not to want to go back. But cherries are so good right now, and peaches are so good right now. Watermelon is good, and watermelon has a lot of fluid. So anyway, I'm just trying different things. And if I message any of you friends, like I do get tired. I mean, it's just um, physically though, more so than in my head. I um, it kind of also that I learned too yesterday that, and I guess I should have figured this out, that I'm anemic. Well, of course I'm anemic because my blood system is replacing itself. And it takes a while for these things to regenerate. And I'll be anemic probably for 6 months, maybe even longer. So I won't be doing any tough workouts for those 6 months. Now, who knows? It could come back a little faster or not. You can still work out and be anemic. Um, you just want to make sure that you're getting enough oxygen. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'll talk to someone when it gets closer, but it makes sense. I get it. The whole time I go to the doctor, it's always looking at where is everything, what counts of my blood are coming up, and what are coming up by themselves, and what do we have to push. So I've been pretty good the last few couple weeks. My platelets have been coming up on their own. My hemoglobin has come up on its own. My white blood count has come up on its own. My neutrophils have come up on their own. So that is huge, to see them come up on their own. To me, it's really huge. We are taking a step back on one of the pills I'm taking, which we could see a fall. I don't want to see it, but I am struggling really, really, really hard with getting all these pills down. I take about 8, 12, 6, 14, 15, 16, probably about 16 in the morning, about 8 in the afternoon, and probably another 18 in the evening. Those might be a little bit low. That's how many pills I'm taking. Uh, it's a lot. So I struggle to get those down. And so the doctor's kind of working with me on what we can kind of take away and what we need to have for sure. And they're really great, trying to work with you. I'm going 2 times a week to the doctors, and they check these blood levels 2 times a week. So, I'm not worried, and I can go on the weekends. They're open. Like, so if something's not right, I have a fever or anything feels wrong, I have someone to call and somewhere to go. So I don't get too worried. Transplants of any kind, you do worry for a while because you do worry about your body rejecting rejecting the new, in my case, stem cells. However, too, and with the stem cells, it can go the other way around. So, um, your body can reject the new stem cells, but your new stem cells can reject you. So it's like, wow, I didn't know that. That's lovely to think about. Um, while I thought I was 100% cancer free, I am not 100% cancer free. I have a little, they do one test that said I had no cancer, and then they do a finer test, to get down deeper. I said I had no cancer, and then they do this final one where they really get down and look really, 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 really close. She even told me they send it to Seattle. I don't know if it's a special microscopy thing or what. This place must have a special kind of looky-loo, where it can see I have a little bit left. So they are putting me on some medicine to attack that. Um, it's very little. It's just a drag because you don't want any left over. You've been through all that chemo and all that radiation. You just don't want any. So hopefully the statinib covers that and gets that little tiny last bit. And I'm going to probably, when I'm all healthy and the doctor says I can do whatever I want, I'll probably get some CBD oil to help with the cancer, because I know it helps with cancer. And if I have just that tiny little bit, I want everything I can get. Um, so ginger and all these supplements that do work. So um, and I don't think anything else interesting is happening. I'm getting more energy. I'm trying to do some walking, and I go to the grocery store, or I try to go with my daughter, and instead of just I can't drive yet, so she always has to go, but I might as well go with her and get out and about. Sometimes it's hard. I don't like when I wear my wig because I can't wear makeup. And to me, when I'm bald, I don't mind being bald at all if I can wear makeup, but right now I have no eyelashes and I have very little eyebrows. You may say, yes, you do. I don't. And so with those being so, I feel like I look sick when I'm just bald. Now, if I had my good, eyes going on, I would feel much better about being bald. I wouldn't mind it at all. So I'm not wearing, yeah, my ego's getting me a little bit. I don't want to look sick. Because I don't want to walk in the grocery store and people go, yeah, she looks sick. I wear scarves more than I wear wigs, just because I'm going to my nephew's wedding and I'll definitely wear this wig because I like this one's the nicer one. And I will because I don't want to be bald at their at their wedding. Um, and uh, I just, so that's kind of why I'm not totally, showing myself. And I'm not showing myself a lot on Instagram because I have a transfusion. So I have three, it's interesting. I have, I'll show you. I have three things coming out of my chest, and in some cases you can see that's where it's connected, and there's three things coming out of there so that I can have two IVs and someone draw blood all at the same time, or three IVs or whatever, which did actually come in handy in the hospital. That happened several times. So it's good that it's there. I don't ever have to get poked. When I go in for blood, they just draw it right from there. Um, but it's right there. And, to me, that's just, I don't want to take a bunch. I take a little bit of pictures, but the other thing too is I'm very tired. I get up tired. My muscles are tired. Once I start getting into the habit of getting up and putting a little bit of makeup on, not a lot, just a little, getting in the habit of getting up and getting ready again, that's going to help me. That's going to help me in a lot of ways. It'll help me get my strength back. It'll probably help me eat and drink just because you're starting to move more and do more. I can't do anything about the taste buds. They're going to come back when they're going to come back. Um, but I'm hoping maybe moving around will make me more thirsty and make me drink something, even though maybe it's not the best thing in the world. Um, I have never not liked water. This is the weirdest thing. I mean, I really hope I get my taste for water back. I don't drink coffee. I drink tea, but I think it makes my stomach upset. I like the way it tastes, but I think it messes with my tummy a little bit. Um, so when it dehydrates, it's caffeine. But anything like that, I dilute because I know I just don't drink straight caffeine because that's silly. You're defeating your purpose. Anyway, this is getting a little long, and so that's kind of what I'm up to. I'm not feeling really great. I'm feeling fatigued. I feel tired. I'm not feeling bad. Just learning how to deal with this stuff, and not liking it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. It's not fun. I can't go out. I can't. I'll be watching TV and I'll see someone like have a beer, and I think, God, I want a beer. I just really want a beer. I want a beer and an ice cold glass of water. That's what I want to. That's what I want. And when water doesn't taste good, it's so frustrating. I can't even get the ice cold water. Um, so, God, that's frustrating. Water should be easy. It's not the food. It's funny when I watch TV, I mean, yeah, hamburger or something will look good, but it's the drinks. It's totally the drinks, and it's usually beer and water. And when I see them being drunk, I want that. I really want that. So hopefully someday I can have that. All I can say is coffee. I can't even drink coffee. I want coffee. Um, I know that my mom took some chemo with her cancer, and that she still hasn't gotten the taste back for coffee. She's just now getting it back. So, oh, she didn't do any chemo. Hers is just strictly from her surgery because she didn't have any chemo. Never mind. Never mind that. Okay, well, anyway, long video. Sorry about that. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.